Right. That sucked. What was that? What the hell was that? So I think we're back. I did some tweaking on the quality of the stream. And now let's see if that works. Jeez Louise, that sucked. That was not nice. Well, at least I don't have any viewers anymore, so that has actually been fixed. Hey, Anna, you found me. That's good. Oh, it's much too hot to be doing stupid stream troubleshooting like that. Jeez Louise. I have no idea what that was. Like I said, I actually tweaked the stream's quality and bitrate a little bit, and maybe I overdid it. So I just reset all those settings back to, well, what they initially were, and now we'll have to find out whether it worked. But there's only one way to do that. That's hunt a Dodogama. Because it was fine before, so it might just have been... Might also just have been a little hiccup in my internet connectivity. But then since it started right at the point where I got into the whole monster shenanigans, it might have just been my machine saying, no way man, we're not doing this. It's like 32 degrees here and nope. So let's get some food in our bellies and then get out there and do some monster hunting. So one thing that's important, as you can see, I had to end the game. In order to end the game, I actually had to return from the quest. So there's no saving. You can't just save mid-quest and then come back 2 hours later or something like that. So this is very much, this game also has an online function. This is very much a live game. There's nothing about pausing in here. So to this extent, it's not very accessible or barrier free, right? So if you have like, I don't know, small children or cats or people that need tending to, or like you have food on the stove, then maybe that's not the game for you. But we found Dorogama. He's here. Look at him. He's just waiting for us. Like a good dorky boy. He's like, oh man, I missed you. You give me a spanking. So this growl I could have blocked. So as you can see, whenever the monster is growling, I flinch, which is not good. So using my shield or even dodging, I don't think dodging, but using my shield, I could actually block that. Oh boy. He's just a little guy. Yeah, he's a little guy, but he's hurting me bad. I mean, look at that. That's just unnecessary, right? Come here. This game... Oh, look. So, did you see that? That was a different monster. So there was a different monster coming in here. And there's a big chance that these folks then just start fighting, you know? I think it's called Turf War. Yes. So satisfying. And that can also be part of a strategy. You can actually use specific items to lure a monster to the location of a bigger monster or a different monster, and then have the bigger monster do the work for you, you know? That's a very, very, very valid approach. No, not this time. Let's go. Yeah. Ah, shit. I'm not gonna reach him. Still, kind of looked cool, right? Let's go. Ah, shit. He fell asleep. Did he fall asleep? Yeah, I just woke him up again. Damn. So, my Palico currently has an item that inflicts sleep. Because every once in a while that just happens. And it's super convenient for that to happen every once in a while. So as you can see, these marks here are from a different monster, Uragan. That was the big guy just rolling through here. And I forgot that this is a very hot environment. So what's going to happen is once I enter this very hot environment, I will get hot. And I currently don't have any cool drinks, so can't actually compensate for it. Oh, and there's a third monster, which is a Lavasiov. Ooh. Oh, this is... There's a version of that monster that's kind of similar, but it's swimming through water. But this one is swimming through lava. That's kind of cool. I haven't met these yet. I haven't been here, like, I've been here once, and it was terrible. So as you can see here, let me put on my David Attenborough voice. This tiny little fella is swimming through his natural environment of lava. And when we intrude upon his environment, he's gonna whoop our ass. Or something like that, you know? But as you can see, he's also beating Dodogama, and then at some point Dodogama's like, nah man, I've had enough of this. And he's gonna run away. Monsters do that. If you inflict like a certain amount of damage or some conditions have been met, then the monster runs away, which gives us the opportunity to actually be stupid and forget to use our whetstone like the dummies we are, because we're streaming, you know? So yeah, when the monster runs away, we can use our whetstone, sharpen our sword, because if we don't sharpen our sword, our weapons are gonna inflict less damage. And this is gonna be terrible. So, we're just gonna move around here and see if we can get it. Ah, shit. I actually wanted to jump on this guy. Why didn't you do me the favor? So, thank you. Okay. I shouldn't be rolling so much. I should actually be guarding and using my shield, but there's a chance that I don't do it right, so I always get nervous and then... Come on. Come on, buddy. Come on. Oh! That was unnecessary. See, I tried to block that and the timing was off, so... And the timing was off again. And now I would have fainted if my trusted Palico didn't save me. Damn, now I fainted. So, fainting is actually referred to as carted. As you can see, I was rolled in to the camp in a cart. Therefore, carting. I have 3... I can cart 3 times. When I cart the 3rd time, then the mission fails. And every time I cart, it reduces the basically amount of loot and stuff I get from the monster. So yeah, it kind of sucks. We actually try to avoid that. But right now, everything that's going on here. Is that the other guy? Oh yeah. So as you can see, Dodogama really is a small guy, right? He's tiny compared to the other little monsters here. And he's... You see these exploding balls? This is what the big guy does. So just time for some anatomy lessons. You can see he's dispersing them. They're attached to his tail, and then he's dispersing them. And at some point they explode, and everything is terrible. So these monsters has very distinct, I don't want to say mechanics, like physiologies and behaviors and combat moves, as you can see, right? The monster design is absolutely gorgeous, and these are not even my favorite monsters. This is great. This is gorgeous. Come on. Oh yeah, that was good. And there's a huge variety of monsters. So this is something that I think a lot of Monster Hunter fans really love. When you ask them about the series, they of course also are big fans of specific monsters, because they like the design, or they like the combat. Be it like a very challenging combat or a very interesting combat. Very tough monsters. There's different types, like wyvern type monsters. There's bird type monsters. There's a very cute monster called Kuluyaku. Kuluyaku is a bird type monster, and he's like this really small bipedal bird that's actually carrying an egg in his front hands, limbs, I would say, right? And there's all other types of flying monsters. So, one thing I forgot to mention, if you look into the mini-map on the lower left, you can see that the icon on the monster just turned back from red to yellow. There's an icon on the monster that turns red when the monster is angry. In these instances, it does different attacks, more dangerous attacks, and deals generally more damage. And when it turns back to yellow, it's a little bit safer to attack him. So, yeah. Maybe when the icon turns red, this is a good point to just take a step back, maybe see how the monster moves change, how it behaves differently, and not just go for the big damage moves. Alright, there we go. This is a bit embarrassing because I really thought that would be... fuck, moved. That would be an easy fight. Right. And now it really isn't. It's being silly. There you go. There you go. No. Yes, buddy. That was a good one. So this is what you actually want to do. As you can see now, there were some parts on the monster that I've broken. You will, as you progress in your investigation of certain monsters, you will get an overview of which monster parts are actually breakable. Where the fuck did he go? How did he go there? And which not. And when you break certain monster parts, that then allows you to harvest specific materials from, let's say, the head or the tail or whatever you just broke. There we go, buddy. Is he limping? I'm not sure he's limping. I think he's limping. Come on. Let's see if he's limping. Come on. I'm not sure. Come on, buddy. Come on. Oh, really? That was just unnecessary, wasn't it? Come on. So, let's see if he's limping. Yeah, perfect. So, I dealt enough damage to the monster that it started limping, which meant that it was weak, and I was able to actually set up a trap and then use my tranq bomb to capture it. I could also have just continued the hunt and dealt more damage and then killed it, and then carved the carcass to get some other parts. But as far as I know, and my knowledge is very, very rudimentary, capturing a monster, at least in world, is almost always preferable. So you can see I get some quest rewards. I get some scales, hides, I get some talons, some armor spheres, mysterious face stone, and then I get some bonus rewards for breaking parts on the monster. So I broke the head, I captured it, so I got some additional stuff. And all that can be looted and moved into a treasure box. I also received 2 jewels, which are decorations you can put on high-level armor to improve certain attributes. So, ecological research says that new research results are available. What does that mean?
Try hard, will you?
That means that we've received updates on a monster field guide for Dodogama, apparently Uragan and Tobikarachi. And now if I look at the monster field guide for my large monsters, I will see that this cute little buddy is now research level 1. And a new tab has opened up in our book that says, oh, the tail is severable and the head is breakable. And you can see which types of weapons. So there's basically slashing, blunt, and I think the other one is like ranged weapons. Can deal that and might potentially create more damage. And we can also see that he's weak to certain elements. So water wasn't that bad. We had a water blade equipped, but we could have made more damage with Thunderblade. So this is something that we can now keep in mind when hunting Dodogama a second and a third and a fourth time, because of course we have to, because yeah, this is what the game loop is about. But so these folks here told me that delivery was possible. The important thing is that we're still around to greet the sun the next day. So I can register bounties. Bounties are basically subquests or additional quests that I complete while I do hunts. Like I can gather resources from mining outcrops. I can gather resources from bone piles. I can hunt specific types of monsters and get some small reward for that. I get research points and I get armor spheres, and the armor spheres then get used to upgrade my armor. Usually I don't put too much thought in that because I don't want to overdo it, but you could specifically set those up in a way that allows you to then fulfill certain requests. There's also deliveries, which, as you can see, most of them I have completed, but there are 2 pending ones. And you can see they give you rewards. So specifically, these give me rewards in terms of ingredients that get added to the, basically to the list of the cook's repertoire. So there's aromatous celery, which I need a Hornitor carapace for. I don't have one. And this one, which I can now complete with the Dodogama jaw, which adds Ratha whiskey, a specific type of drink, to the menu of the cook. So that's kind of cool. That's good. The other one we need to complete at some point. But what I also wanted to show you, because we were talking about wacky scenes, right? So this is the big map. As you can see, there are different environments in which you can do your hunt. These are all the environments that I've currently unlocked. There's a DLC for Monster Hunter World, which is called Iceborne, which will add to these environments. But for now, it's the Ancient Forest, which is a jungle type environment. It's the Wild Spire Waste, which is a kind of brownish desert area, kind of swamp environment. There's the Coral Highlands, which is like the Coral Highlands look a little bit like an underwater environment that is actually not underwater. So everything is very pink and purple, and there's stuff floating around. And then there's the Rotten Vale and the Elder Recess. So, and of course you need to explore all of these environments. You have to unlock camps and specific sites in all of these environments. So there's a lot of grind involved. There's a lot of things that are just very nitty-gritty, so to speak. There's somebody here who wants to speak. Is that this folk here? Airship engineer. While you're here, would you mind hearing me out for a minute? Scholars here have a certain pastime they partake in between their studies. I bet they do. I'd like to chip in and see if I can't help out with that. I figured they deserve more chances to unwind. Alright. The chef said he'd help out, but I need to do one little thing before I can surprise them with something I'm sure they'll enjoy. The quest is called a Saw Site. Think you'd give it a whirl when you've got time.
I'm counting on you.
I'll make sure a portion of what we make gets sent to the canteen for use too. Good luck. So there's an additional quest. As you can see, all these people give you optional quests that are basically just side quests, and every single one of them usually is hunt something, right? Hunt a big monster, kill a couple of these small folks, capture a big monster, gather some ingredients, and so on and so forth. There's really nothing else here except hunting. So here's like a group of little kitties. What do we do with these kitties? What are these about? What are they? What's their deal, right? These are members of the Tail Raider Safari. And all these palicos actually belong to a race or species in this world that are called Grimalkines or Grimalkines, I suppose. And they're also wild ones, but they're also the ones that you keep as palicos that are kind of domesticated. So, as you can see, my Tail Raider Safari is currently en route and will return after the next quest. But after the next quest, we can have a look at the Tail Raider Safari and check out what the hell is up with those guys. So let's just do a quick little quest and then come back for the Tail Raider Safari. So, my main quest would actually be to kill a monster called Nergigante. And I'm a bit afraid of that. I'm not sure that I'm up for that. Well, we can check something out. So what we also can do is we can not only go on quests by ourselves, which is post a new quest, we can also join a quest. So you can join a quest that somebody has posted in the game that you're currently at, but you can also respond to SOSs. So whoever's in a game can shoot an SOS flare and basically open that session up for multiplayer. And you can search for them and see what quests are currently available to you, who's in that quest, what the time limit is, and whether you want to join them. I'm not sure I do right now, so I'm just going to try and post my own quest. Slave 5 Barnos, this is kind of boring. We could hunt a Rathian. We're like grown-ups, right? We can do that. Yeah. You know what? Let's hunt a Rathian. We're professional hunters. We can take that. It's just easy. So we're gonna get our bellies filled. With some meaty goodness. And then we're gonna have a look at Rathian. Now Rathian is a classic. I think it's her. She's a queen. So there's Rathalos and there's Rathian. And I think Rathian is is always the female type monster. I think Rathian is always referred to as the queen of the forest, and Rathalos is basically he, right? Yes, wyverns known as the queens of the land. Terrestrial predators, they overpower prey with their venomous tails and powerful legs. So we could go for thunder damage here. That will be good. And then see what we can do to this. I think I've just upgraded my thunder charge blade. Yeah, that's good. It's thunder resistant. I could put an antidote on here and reduce damage while poisoned. That would also be kind of nice. It's Fortitude 2. Yeah, I think antidote. Why not? So at some point, this game becomes about creating a feasible build with the equipment you have, with the decorations you have, in order to dish out enough damage and resist enough damage to be able to hunt the big monster, right? So that's what this is about. At this point, I'm not even sure I'm already in that gameplay loop, right? Oh wait, because you can see here, this is the some parts or some signs of a Kuluyaku, which is the monster I just talked about, the bird one. But we have to find Rathian. We're not looking for Kuluyaku. I mean, if we find him, fair. Huh. The one thing where I think Monster Hunter Rise was superior, and I know that a lot of people will not agree on that with me, is the way Monster Hunter Rise handled interaction with the environment. You had a doggo that you could ride on. You could use your weapon to basically hook onto things, right? And basically use it as a grappling hook, which is allowed for so much more fast travel. And World is a much slower game, right? And I think some people prefer that. Some people honestly say, oh yeah, but this is what Monster Hunter should be about, right? Yeah, I had a doggo that you could ride on. Yeah, I have Monster Hunter Rise. It's I have it on Switch and PC. I basically bought it 2 times. I started it for Switch, and then it came out for PC, and I decided I had to play it again, and I bought it again for PC. In Monster Hunter Rise, you actually had a slot for 2 pets. You had basically a doggo, and you had a palico. And you could usually decide which one you wanted to, or which combination you wanted to take. Who's attacking me now? Oh, come on, guys, really? That's just dumb. Don't do that. It's just... This is not the hunt we're looking for. So you could go on a hunt with 2 cats, 2 palicos. You could go on a hunt with, I think, 2 doggos. And basically the benefit was that the doggo allowed you to ride on them. And the kitty had like better, more skills, more powerful skills, I think. Also was basically doing more damage, so it was always like a trade-off between being able to. Oh, this buddy here is still living. You got to change that. I usually had to resort to 2 kitties because 2 kitties, right? Of course I had to, but the doggo definitely was a feasible approach. Let's find that dragon. Also, if you want to get really, really hooked on the Monster Hunter experience, there's another game that's actually a bit different, which is called Monster Hunter Stories. It's basically the I don't want to say the children's game, but it's much more, it's catered to younger audiences, and it's basically the same IP, but you basically don't hunt the monsters. Well, you kind of hunt them, but you hunt them in a Pokemon kind of way, right? You hunt them, and then you have them in your repertory to basically use them in combat, right? Ah, shit. I should always... Yeah. There you go, girl. Come on. There you go. And she's flying. Of course she's flying. Oh, she fell asleep. This is perfect. We love that. Give us a second here. Come on. Give us a second. So, she fell asleep. You can use a barrel. Let's go. Oh, shit. Anyway, fuck it. That hurt me as well, but anyway. So in Monster Hunter Stories, you're a little kid usually. Basically like the Ash Ketchum type, you know? And you're not hunting monsters, you're actually hunting monsties. And once you've hunted the monsties, you've caught them, and then they're your friends. You can ride on them, you know, and you can run around the country and do combat with them, right? So basically they're like little Pokemon. It's the same IP. It's just a Pokemon game basically, and it's really quite lovely. I haven't gotten into it that much because at some point I get bored of... Sorry, I had to do that. Turn-based combat. That was good. That was really good. That wasn't so good. That could have been better. That kind of sucked. Ah, shit. Need to focus. Otherwise, I'm gonna cart. Less talking. More healing. There you go, girl. Come on. Ah, why did you do this? She flying away? She is, right? She is flying away. But where's she going? And why? Oh, these little... Do you see these little aggressive guys? God. So weird. I just realized I didn't stock up on potions. Because I'm a dum-dum. I'm just gonna quickly go to camp. I'm just gonna quickly go to camp and stock up on some potions, because otherwise that girl is gonna kill me. Oh, I don't have potions. That's an issue. Give me a second here. How big of an issue is that? Oh, this is gonna become an issue. Okay. So during the course of this game, you always find yourself in situations where you realize, oh, I need to actually, at least for me, because I use a lot of healing materials, I always come up to situations where how did I not stock up on this now? That I need to actually go out into like expeditions and collect herbs and all that stuff, because yes, here we go. There is some functionalities in the game that allow you to grow materials in your headquarter, basically. But at least up until now, this has not been sufficient. Also, this is Kuluyaku. Can you see Kuluyaku? Ah, he just went away. Maybe I can catch up with him. Come on. Come on, let's see where Kuluyaku goes. He's a cutie. I like him. He's a funny, dorky little guy. Look at him. Look at him. I mean, come on. Right? I prefer that guy to a Rathian every day. That's not a fair fight, right? Yeah, did that hurt? Did that hurt? Oh boy, that hurt. That did hurt. Yeah? Come on. Get down here. I think I need to actually... Give me a second. Ah, shit. Come on, come on. Come on. This is the problem. If you don't do it... Because this now is a super difficult situation. Because of course monsters can stun you. And then you're in a situation where you have very, very few hit points. And any hit from the monster can actually cart you. So this is something that you don't really want. Ah, shit. I thought I would have been able to guard on that, but I didn't do it well. That was good. Did you see that? That was actually cool. That was actually cool. I did well. But now she's gonna fly away. Of course she is. Of course, and that's okay. I would have done the same. Go and catch up with her. There's also some other footprints that are blue, which are related to a different monster we're currently hunting, which is Nergigante. But as I said, I'm really not that confident in facing that big guy yet. So, one good thing about Rathian is he doesn't like flashpoints. That didn't work. Let's go. Charge the blade. And then deliver some damage. Come on, girl. I thought she was gonna spit fire, but she didn't. You look tired. Ah, shit. I just woke her up again. Didn't know she was going to fall asleep. That's too bad. Yeah, that would have been a tail attack. Ha! There you go. This is what we wanted. So, cut off the tail. And then, of course, she makes me flinch. Of course. Come on. Let's get some healing here first. I think we've made her angry. I think we've made her angry. Come on. Okay. You're running away. That was a good block. Yeah. Come on. No. Oh yeah. Almost there. And here we go. At least she's not angry anymore. There we go. Can you see that? She's limping. She's limping. That's beautiful. So, we're gonna take our time. Carve the Rathian tail, which is perfect. Then we're just gonna go over to our shock trap and see where she goes. She's gonna go to sleep now. And then we're gonna catch her. Set up our trap. Boom. And there you go. Rathian captured. That wasn't so bad, was it? Every time I do one of these quests, I'm like, oh, I'm not so bad. I'm really good at this. And then I try a different monster and I get my ass whooped. And it's like, oh, okay, maybe I'm not as good at this as I thought. But I think that's part of the beauty of it. New optional quests unlocked. As you can see, my Palico is slowly leveling up. Tail Raiders are basically small monsters and or Grimalkines that can join you on your quest. And then support you. There was somebody with a quest marker over their head, right? Would you mind taking care of this delivery for me? They need it for the ancient trees fertilizer research, but I'm sick. I mean, my hands are pretty tied up now. Anyway, good luck. Okay. This is something that we can directly complete because we already have it. This is nice. All right, my hardy hunters. So we're getting some armor spheres. And we can complete this delivery. Receive some ancient catalyst. And so because I knew that I was low on potions, I set up the chief botanist with a botanical research center to actually create herbs and honey. And with herbs and honey, we can then create some fresh potions. So first and foremost, some regular potions. And then, yeah, we need some mega potions here. That's good. That is much, much better. Right. So, we were talking about the Tail Raider Safari. Oh, there's another quest here, but I'm gonna collect it later. We were talking. It's called a Palico, yeah. And of course, in this particular case, my Palico is a Calico because she's of course designed after Lilith, right? So I can talk to my Palico. I feel improved a lot today. I hope you'll bring me along on the next outing too. And there you can see, you can check your Palico's status. And you can change the Palico's equipment, right? They have different special weapons that they can use, that they're leveling. So this is the Vigor Wasp Spray, which is level 14. This is the Palico allowing you to heal. And then there's different equipments that allow them to do other stuff. As you can see, they've mostly been healing because all the other stuff except for the plunder blade is on level 1 and 2. But I feel like my Palico healing me is not that bad. That's actually a good thing. So, the Tail Raider Safari. First and foremost, I can collect whatever the Safari has hunted on their last expedition. Yay for that. And then I can start a new Safari. Which means I'm going to select a group of Palicos. They're randomized, but they have different skills. And I can select this group of Palicos and then send them on an expedition in one of these areas. And they're going to collect whatever resources are available in that area. I don't think it matters greatly right now, but I'm just going to send them here to the Coral Highlands. And then they're going to go. You're just going to get the dumbest cutscene ever. No, I really love this disconnect between the seriousness and the skill ceiling of the combat and the fact that the rest of the game is so dorky and so cute. I think this is something that I can appreciate a lot. So up here somewhere was somebody with another quest for me, because I haven't collected enough sub-quests or optional quests yet. I have to get some more. Hey, you're just the hunter I was looking for. I'm working on a new specialized tool, but I need help with the materials. Can I talk you into signing up for a fiery convergence quest?
All right.
Cool. All right. A fiery convergence. Okay, that sounds like it sucks. What you can do is, as you can see in the equipment menu, you not only have weapons and armor, but you have 2 additional slots, which is one for a charm that gives you a specific skill set, and a health booster that gives you, or sorry, a specific piece of equipment that is a mantle or a booster or something you can wear, which when you wear it and activate it gives you a certain ability. So that might be reducing thunder damage or reducing ice elemental damage, or just negating a fixed amount of damage. But also there's the glider mantle, for example, which improves your airtime and basically allows you to glide when you jump from high distances, which is kind of cool. And you need to, of course, complete missions to unlock all that stuff. Nothing here is coming for free. So let us just quickly check if there's anything cool we can forge here. So as you can see, there's tons of armor. And that's not even everything, because I haven't unlocked it. And The armor provides basically three things. It provides a defense level. It provides a set of resistance to elements like fire, water, thunder, ice, dragon. And it provides a set of skills. Sorry, I didn't want to go there. And these skills do different things. So grant protection against some stuff. But also, let's have a look at the stuff that I have equipped. Handicraft, which basically extends the weapon's sharpness gauge. Or some specific skills that are weapon specific. So for example, if I look at my equipment, then I can see here this increases the fill rate for the weapons gauges and the charge rate for weapons with charge attacks. So this is basically only for weapons that have this kind of functionality. Guard reduces the knockbacks and stamina when you're guarding. So if you have a weapon with a shield, this is something that you might want. Which also means that you want to be forging specific armor for specific kinds of weapons because they come with skills that you can only use or will only benefit when you're using specific weapons. So when you at some point decide, oh, well, it's time to get into a different weapon. I want to try longsword. I haven't played charge blade for so long. I want to get into the longsword. Then I don't want to say it's like starting the game all over again, but there's literally nothing attached to your hunter, right? The hunter himself doesn't have any stats that you're leveling up. He doesn't have any attributes. So every type of improvement on your hunter comes from equipment and from food. That's the only thing that improves during the course of the game.
All right.
And then starting a new weapon is basically a whole new journey or challenge or whatever. I've started playing Switch Axe on Monster Hunter Rise and it was definitely fun. But I also realized that some weapons were just not for me and I was not able to get into that. Do we really want to do an arena quest? Yeah, why not? Or no, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do something fun. Okay. We're gonna do something fun. We're gonna try and defeat Nergigante. Because at some point we have to, right? We might as well. I mean... So, let's pick this quest up. A Wound and a Thirst. This is level 8. This is going to be in the Elder's Recess. We're gonna have a quick snack. The whole canteen system in Monster Hunter Rise, and some people didn't like that. I loved it. Was Jesus, what are they called? Was revolving around these little mochi balls on sticks. What are they called? Let's see, mochi balls on sticks. What are they called? Dangos. So the whole canteen system in Monster Hunter Rise was revolving around dangos, which is basically like rice flour dumplings on a stick, and you can get them in different colors, and then the different balls basically provided different buffs and abilities and boosts. So I'm just gonna go quickly to the bathroom and then I'm going to try and beat Nergigante. Give me a second here. Right. Nergigante. So, is there anything I need that... Well, I could get a cool drink. That would be nice. That would actually be helpful. Give me a second. Let us just quickly jump down to the trade yard. Provision stockpile. And then the box. Cool drink, yeah. Give us some cool drinks. That's good. And then you could also put some of those cool drinks in my pouch so that I have them. And then we're gonna try and not die. Right? Track.
Nergigante, the only one who wants to find Zora Magdaros more than we do.
Yeah. He's a big, nasty boy. So I'm still not sure whether we should just... Oh, yeah, no, come on. Should I just turn on the SOS and see if we can actually beat this boy with a little... Come on. I'm just gonna fire the SOS flare. And if somebody joins to help us, The more the merrier. He's a nasty one. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Those wings are beautiful though, right? Shit. Oh man. This is gonna be a tough one. Get out of here, come on. All right, let's get some reinforcements in here. Let's see. Yeah, boy, come on. Come on. Shit. Shit again. That was nasty. Don't do this to me. Come on. Don't kill me in front of an audience. Here we go. Man. Jeez Louise. Come on. Damn. Where'd you go? Oh. Shit. That was nasty. So the good thing with multiplayer is you can always hope that everybody else knows what the fuck they're doing, right? The problem with multiplayer is everybody else joining might be thinking the same thing, right? Oh, but these folks seem to be competent. Oh, that was nice. That was good. That was decent. But no, that wasn't. That just... The problem with the charge blade is that the big attacks have a very, very long wind-up time. And you need to position yourself well in order to actually pull something off. Oh, they're just gonna massacre it. Man. No, those folks aren't like... They aren't fucking around. Did you see that? That was...
Let's go see the Admiral back at camp.
Damn. Damn. Almost feels a little bit like cheating, right? Because I haven't done it myself. But we need to progress that story. We need to go on and do the thing, right? So... yeah. Oh, also look at this gorgeous layered armor. Look at this, right? So I'm currently not able to produce layered armor yet. At some point in the game, you're unlocking the ability to craft layered armor sets, which means that you can then customize... Oh, cutscene. Come on.
Hey,
Well, look who's still with us. So we have elder dragons eating other elder dragons. Wonderful. That clears some things up.
yeah. We weren't looking at the big picture. Until we came to the new world, how could we know?
Nergigante came here looking for a feast. And he made a real mess of the local ecosystem in the process.
Theory's good.
Now that the problem child's been put to bed, the other elder dragon should revert to their usual behavior. You did good. So, you ready to go?
Oh,
What's wrong?
No, there's a piece of the puzzle missing. How did this area end up becoming such a hotbed of energy in the first place? Enough energy to lure in a menace like that and convince it to switch habitats doesn't just naturally happen.
the plot thickens. Yeah, weird lady.
What have we here?
What do we have there? They're not telling us what we have there. Yeah, new upgrade level available for armor. New safari locales available. There we go. Look at us making progress.
All right, gather round. Let's get council underway. As you all know, when Nergigante descended into the Elder's recess, it stirred up a veritable hornet's nest. Being that Nergigante feeds on elder dragons, you can imagine that every monster in the recess got spooked. Initially, I thought we could nip this problem in the bud by eliminating Nergigante. But unfortunately, that's not the case.
So,
Despite our best efforts, the situation has escalated. Elder dragons fleeing Nergigante's wrath have started invading other areas.
Now we're coming across elder dragon tracks left and right. In the forest, among the wild spire, even in the rotten vale.
are you telling me I have to defeat elder dragons in these
Our
environments?
team has managed to attribute the tracks to 3 distinct elder dragons so
3.
far.
Do I have to kill them? Is that what's gonna happen?
Emphasis on so far.
So far, okay, there's gonna be more.
Many of you have crossed paths with elder dragons in the old world. You know the consequences of their cataclysmic power. And you know what dangerous adversaries they make.
Yeah.
But no matter the danger, we have to seize upon this opportunity. We'd be fools not to.
Finally! Thought you'd never ask.
Yeah, all right. First things first. I want our field team to start gathering evidence. We need to track down these beasts and pinpoint their exact locations. So I've decided to split you into 3 groups. Field team leader, you'll be heading up the ancient forest investigation.
Cool.
And the Wildspire Waste, that one's yours.
Okay.
As for the Rotten Vale, we'll be needing the 3rd Fleet's help with that one.
That's us.
I'll leave it up to these delegates to decide how to use the field team.
Sure.
Lastly, don't forget to relay your findings to the ecological research team once you've gathered enough evidence. Everyone clear? All right. Dismissed.
Jawohl.
Now you're talking.
Well, this just keeps getting more interesting. I'd like nothing more than to help you out, but I've got somewhere I need to be. Okay, what does that even mean? An old friend trying to track down a place brimming with energy. There's been a surge in the veins of the earth. He's planning to go and investigate alone. Can't have that.
Well, there it is.
Now don't go blabbing about this to anyone else. My old friend would never forgive me if I let this feline out of the bag. The veins of the earth are like blood vessels that pump energy underground. They reach all the way across the new world. The Everstream, too, is a part of this system. I suspect the reason the Elder Dragons are still stirring, despite Nergigante's disappearance, is somehow related to this. Of course I can't be sure, but I've got a gut feeling. Call it Admiral's instinct.
See ya.
Alright. My old friend has a message for you too. I'll be waiting in the place beyond when all things converge. Okay, that's super weird, man. That's just super weird. So, we need to investigate the awoken Elder Dragons. They're stirring. So, we investigate by undertaking high-rank expeditions and quests and gathering Elder Dragon tracks. Cool.
If the Elder Dragons aren't showing any signs of settling down, then we'll have to look into it.
Okay.
We're on the hunt.
So there's this guy here, the Elder Melder. After a grueling bout of intense research, I figured out how to melt even more new decorations. That's so great, man. So this buddy here, he can actually create decorations for us. The problem is that they cost like tons of points, and I'm not really sure where to get these at the moment. So for now that doesn't really seem feasible, but you could talk to this guy and create decorations for your weapons. And there's this guy here.
Hey.
What a pain in the Astalos. The chef asked me to make this delivery, but he'll do it for me. That's totally radalos. Thanks, man. Great pun. Great pun. It's a request to get some fatty tomatoes. Lovely. Okay, lava nuggets. I don't have lava nuggets right now, but I'll add it to the list. Because of course we will. Right? Because of course we will. There's a quest somewhere else, right? Ah, yeah, here. Up here near the canteen.
Working hard?
Was that you heard me mumbling? Yeah, I heard you mumbling, man. I, in fact, heard you mumbling.
Good luck.
So, what do you want me to go and catch? Please tell me. Barnos Talon. Okay, but that already I have. That I have already, right? So, that's just something we can deliver right away. Look at us being productive members of society. Here we go. Look at that. Losing track of where we are, and then boom, we can deliver. We are. So these two are still pending. We should do them at some point. But I don't want to waste this beautiful stream grinding ingredients. So we'll have a look at whether we can actually do something cool.
Nothing can stop us.
We have 3 places. Okay, Ancient Forest, Wildspire Waste, and Rotten Vale. Come on, partner. We might not get another opportunity. Okay, but honestly, if we're just gonna do an expedition, then what's the delivery request here? So this is a lava nugget. And does anybody know where we get Hornator carapaces? No, nobody knows, right? Nobody knows. Carapace. Let's quickly look it up. You know, this is what the internet is for, right? Ah, they're found in the Rotten Vale areas 3 and 4. Okay. And the lava nugget. Let's check. There you go. By mining the back of an uragan while it's knocked on its side. Are you kidding me? That's terrible. Why would I want to do that? That sounds like a very, very dumb idea. I didn't even know I could do that. I can hunt. I can mine an uragan? Anyway. Right, so we're gonna do the following. We're just gonna quickly eat some stuff. Just gonna eat some stuff. You know which other game absolutely delivers on badass cooking cutscenes? Is Dave the Diver. Dave the Diver is an absolute monster when it comes to badass cutscenes. I haven't played it myself. My wife has been playing it, but it's absolutely, I don't want to say mind-blowing. It's not mind-blowing, but it's a really, really great indie game. It does everything so well. It's basically I don't want to say the next. It's kind of a, well, roguelike, sort of, kind of. It has a very specific gameplay loop, right? So you're a diver, you go out, you fish some fish, and then you deliver the fish to a sushi restaurant, and that sushi restaurant then creates the dishes, right? So there's a gameplay loop that revolves around you hunting the fish, and then later in the restaurant creating the dishes. There's a lot of additional functionalities or like mini games revolving around helping out to serve or creating the dishes, basically upgrading the restaurant and stuff like that. So it's not, it has roguelike, wouldn't even say it has roguelike elements, because there's no way in which you die and have to start all over again, right? Which is part of the roguelike gameplay loop. So that doesn't happen. That just doesn't happen. But has some roguelike elements. As I said, my wife mostly compared it to Stardew Valley, both as far as the vibe is concerned and as far as the graphics are concerned. It has this very old school 8-bit kind of graphics. And I don't think it's a difficult game. It's very... Oh look, there's the Jagras here. Come on, buddy. Let's get you hunted. Oh yeah. Get you hunted a bit. There you go. Where did you go? So this is the interesting thing about Jagras. He always comes with like small little buddies. So, but I would totally recommend Dave the Diver. Even though I haven't played it myself, I think it's one of the best indie games. I think it's from last year, so of 2023. If you're not too heavily relying on your games having like insane graphics, but are like a story and gameplay kind of person, then I think, oh yeah, come on. That must have hurt, right? Where you going, buddy? Come on. There we go. Come on. Come on. Okay, now you're coming down here to me. Damn, look at that. Since we're only investigating here, no, this is not what I wanted. I wanted to actually... if you can get it on a mobile console, right? You can get it on a Switch with, I think you can. I would definitely go for it. It's definitely worth it. It's super fun. I think it's also like a big time sink, but and so you can see how much easier it is to topple like a smaller monster like a Jagras with the current equipment than it is. Ah, damn, that was dumb. That was dumb. And it is one of the bigger monsters. Because of course we're much better equipped here. He's not going to survive this. Oh no, he fell asleep. Look at him. So peaceful. It's always nice to wake him up with a big bonk, but currently I haven't got a big bonk, so... Oh, really? You already started your second playthrough of Teenage Exocolonists. Wow. So does it have such a high replayability? Is it any good? So he's gonna go to sleep now, right? He just needs a little nap, yeah. And then while he's sleeping, we're gonna kill him. That's what's going to happen. Go to sleep, buddy. Go to sleep, buddy. Here we go. Set up a nice little explodey barrel here. And then... Ah, shit! My shield charge just expired when I was trying to attack. Just like last time. Damn. That's so dumb. But that's the big guy. He's dead. He's dead. He's a goner. Okay, that's interesting. So is it the story or is it the potential for different outcomes? Because we've talked about the mechanisms before, right? The card mechanisms, and I don't think they were like extremely deep or complex or like, you know, super crazy, but okay, so it does affect the story differently, right? When you select different skills and focus on different let's say aspects of relationships, that does something to the story, right? There's nothing here. So somewhere we need to find some traces of these elder dragons. Okay, that's super nice. That's actually super nice. In that case, I think I might do that too. The only problem I have with story-driven games and replayability . Oh no, yeah. The only problem I have with story games and replayability, and I have the same problem in Baldur's Gate 3 as well, right? Is... Oh, this is a Tobi Karachi. Look at it. Oh, this is one of the most beautiful monsters in the game. It's so freaking gorgeous. But I need to collect my footprints here. And this is a Rathian, which is... We've met Rathian. She's nasty, right? Old windswept gashes. Come on, let's see what these do. Yeah, what I wanted to say is the problem I have with story-based games and replayability is actually once I've locked in, like mentally in a way I want to complete something or solve something, I have a hard time then coming up with, oh, I'm gonna solve that differently, right? Give me a second, I need to catch this buddy here. Yeah, here we go. A woodland pteryx. Cute, I got it. So, in games like Baldur's Gate or maybe even Dragon Age Inquisition, I'm like, oh, This time I'm gonna do it differently. I'm gonna romance somebody else, and then I'm gonna solve this quest differently, and it's all gonna be different, and I'm gonna see a whole lot of new content. And in the end, I just romance the exact same person and do the exact same things, come up with the exact same solutions. I never do an evil playthrough because I'm just too nice of a person to do an evil playthrough, right? And they're like, what's the point of doing it again and again if I just make the same decisions, right? At some point, Rathian is gonna attack us. We're all well aware of that, right? So, at some point, she's like, bitch, what are you doing in my forest? And then she's gonna get nasty. Remembers things that happened in... Oh, this is fun. And how do they solve that narrative wise? So what's the narrative excuse for your character remembering that stuff from previous games? Target monster, come on. This is gonna take forever. But this is also a good opportunity to get some good old-fashioned hunting done, right? Just collecting some herbs, tracking down some monsters. The old-fashioned way. Oh no, don't. Come on. Oh, buddies. You're gonna get your ass kicked. Why are you doing that? This is... Don't. Ah, okay. That's interesting. That's... So we've completed this investigation, which is good stuff. Now I was thinking about we could actually hunt Toby, but I don't think there's much in here in terms of armor or loot that we really need currently. Oh look, there's this weird little buddy. You can investigate everything in this game. This is...
Hello there.
So basically, with the visions from your dreams and your foresight into how things might or might not play out, you can basically affect them on a second playthrough. So you have to do a first playthrough in order for some behaviors to occur, but then on a second playthrough with the knowledge and the foresight of how those happened, you can basically affect the outcome, right? That's kind of cool. That's a fun little idea. So we did our investigation. And you know what? We're just gonna return from our expedition and see what happens. Yeah, so we got some loot from the Jagras. We completed our investigation. Unlocked some quests, and now There's people wanting to talk to us. Who's that guy? What's his deal? Okay, that might make the game really, really interesting, because then there's so much content in the game that you want to play it like 3 or 4 times.
Good luck.
That's pretty cool. I still have it on my to-do list. I haven't really played it. And with these stupid big time sinks, right? Like Monster Hunter and Elden Ring and stupid Baldur's Gate. I'm never gonna make it to my cute tiny little indie games. This is going to be a huge problem. This is gonna be terrible. So is there... What do I need to do now? Investigate. Ah, I just need to talk to these buddies here. So let's talk. Can you... Let's try this. I don't know if he has any voiceover for this particular part, but maybe you can listen in and tell me whose voice that is.
Yo.
No, he doesn't. Damn, this is so unfortunate. I'd like you to join us in the ancient forest and look there.
Keep it together, okay?
Should I have...
I think we have enough data on the ancient forest now. Want to report to the eco...
Ah, okay. Yeah, I should have talked to these people before actually going into my onto my expedition. But yeah, okay, fair enough. Ah. And where's the third fleet guy buddy? Where is he? He's up here at the quest board? No, where is he? Where is he? Let's see. Oh, you heard Matt Mercer? Really? You just heard it from that one word? Really? Wow. Kushala Daora, okay. Okay, so we are actually identifying additional monsters. This is great. Good stuff. Oh, so every region has a... This is gonna suck. This is gonna be terrible. Where is the third fleet master? Do we know? But yeah, that was Matt Mercer. Funny thing, I think I first played Monster Hunter World on the PlayStation 4 before getting into Critical Role. So I think I wasn't aware, or maybe it was I wasn't listening so well. But yeah. Since we don't want that thing anywhere near base. All of the details on the quest I've put together.
Be careful.
The rest of the field team are on their way there. And there's not much voiceover, but basically field team leader, that guy there.
Partner, that was a Kushala Daora. Didn't expect to see one in the new
is your tutorial liaison. So once you start the game and get into the tutorial section, you have a lot of interactions with him. And he talks quite a lot. And then I restarted the game, was like, that's Matt Mercer, isn't it? That was kind of funny.
Full steam ahead.
What do you need? You need a delivery. Ah, you want me to deliver some puke sacks. Okay, I can do it. Phantasmagoric paprika. So all these ingredients do different things in the canteen. So there's a point behind unlocking them, but honestly, like 99.8% of the time, it feels a bit pointless because you're just taking the chef's platter and then moving along, right? So kind of not sure if that's what's supposed to be happening. Where? I'm a little confused here. Where's the third fleet master? Is he? Give me a second. Let me just go to the research base. That's great. It's a great hobby. It's a great hobby. There's if you've played some Final Fantasy 14, just in case, there's a wild Taliesin in Final Fantasy 14. He's actually voicing a pretty major character, to be fair. I think they changed the voice actor at some point, but I don't remember whether they changed it to Taliesin or from Taliesin. Yeah, we're tracking an Elder Dragon. Yeah, yes. That's been on my mind too. Okay. The Veils of Fluvium has been getting thicker recently. I have no idea what that means. I only just noticed myself during one of the Veils investigations.
Now that I think about it.
I remember the same thing happened before when the Third Fleet first arrived during the Elder Crossing 20 years ago. Okay. 2 decades of walking and finding nothing. Then something important changed. You came along. You found the Elder Dragon's trail and followed it. When you say, I haven't played any Final Fantasy yet, does that mean you haven't played Final Fantasy 14? Or you haven't played any Final Fantasy? Just checking. No pressure. You go search the Veil and see if you can pick up the Elder Dragon's trail. Okay, good. This is the Third Fleet Master, see? The weird lady. Yeah, Erika Ishii has been doing more voiceover work, and I think I'm really happy for them because they haven't been doing that so much when I first came across them. And I think they've really broken into the overall voice acting industry, maybe with a little help from their friends. But it's really, really nice. I think they've done some voiceover for Apex and some other of these shooters. But yeah. No, any Final Fantasy at all. This is interesting. I was going to say I can't imagine anybody not having come across Final Fantasy at all. But then I remembered my wife, and I think my wife hasn't played any Final Fantasy either. Because she just didn't. But yeah, interesting. And I'm not going to say, oh, you absolutely have to play Final Fantasy. I don't think you have to.
Do well.
I absolutely love some of the titles, like Final Fantasy IX, for example. But again, they're so old that it's a weird mix of nostalgia and mechanics that nobody would actually design that way anymore, that you really, really have to want to play that game. And that's kind of sad, because they're great games for their period of time, right? But when you look at some of the mechanics, like random encounters and stuff like that, you're like, nobody's doing that anymore. That's terrible. I don't want to get interrupted every 10 seconds on the world map by a random encounter that I can't even see. That's just, well, it's terrible. But Final Fantasy, like the old titles that I grew up with, like 7, 8, 9, and maybe even 10, they have great stories. They have beautiful stories. I love them. I love the characters. They're doing some cool things. Definitely. Interesting. Yeah, that's super difficult. That's super difficult. And then you have the problem with the graphics. I know there's been a fun little collection for the Switch that was released recently, or I was made aware of recently. I'm not 100% sure. But there definitely was a collection of old Final Fantasy titles for the Switch. We're just gonna drop into the Wildspire Waste for a second. Here we go. It's kind of a 8-bit remaster. Yeah, it's called Final Fantasy 1 to 6 Pixel Remaster. It looks kind of cute, but I don't know how it plays. And I'm also a little afraid to pick these old titles up again, because I've gotten so unaccustomed to round-based combat. I think I don't want to play round-based combat anymore. I don't appreciate it. So that's one problem that I have. And yeah. Oh look, there's little felines here. Look at those. This is nice. You can join me. Come on. So if you meet these felines in the field, then they're going to join you. This is due to the fact that I've unlocked that. You can also steal eggs and carry them to your camp. Which is also part of a quest. Fun little quest, honestly. There's a cactuar. Can you see that? This is some Final Fantasy callback shit, right? Look at him. And then he's just hurting you. Because of course he's doing 1,000 needles. That's just... And then he's gonna run away. Man. How unnecessary was that? So there's a Kuluyaku here. There's also the I don't know the right pronunciation, but I think Gyrodotus or something like that, which is a big water monster that I really like the design. I feel like it's easy to combat. And yeah, that's straight from Final Fantasy. The Cactuar is straight from Final Fantasy, funnily enough. So this is Gyrodotus. Gyrodotus. It's a water monster. So combat against it will suck since I currently have a water charge blade equipped, and we're not gonna do that. But you see, it does these kind of attacks. It's similar to the lava monster that we met in the Everstream. And I'm not gonna combat this right now because, again, I am not really equipped for that. Don't really need anything from that. So we're just gonna have a look and see whether we can get some hints of that monster we're looking for. Where is that? Let's see. Is there another Cactuar here? Ah, see, there's...
This must be from the Elder Dragon the Huntsman told us about.
Okay, this is another Elder Dragon. So these guys are really aggressive. They're like... They do in fact not fuck around like the young folks tend to say. There's a lot of... So... And this is also something I appreciate.
Found some Elder Dragon evidence. We're making good progress.
The game's really edgy when it comes to character design and weapon and armor design, right? Everything looks very like cranked up to 11, like it got a little bit too much of that testosterone. But then when he's running, right, and he's doing the... He can make like he can actually... Can I do that? There's a... You can actually throw yourself into the mud like a... I don't remember how it's done. I thought it was just pushing jump. But I don't know. This is Kuluyaku. This is like the dorky bird guy. But yeah, some of these animations are really dorky. They're really silly. And that makes me think that maybe not everybody takes this game so serious, you know? Somebody left some goo on the wall, okay. Oh, this is a different Barroth. Ah, this is interesting. So Barroth is a monster that we've already met. But these tracks are different, which does mean there might be a different Barroth here. Which is also something fun that this game does, because it confronts you with variations of the monsters you've met. That then pose different challenges to you, right? Because they're different in some way. They have different attacks. They might just be more aggressive. They have different moves. They behave differently. And this makes the whole thing quite interesting and fresh. And usually when a Monster Hunter game, I only played 2 Monster Hunter games, so maybe I'm not the right person to talk about this. But usually when a Monster Hunter game gets released, there's a roadmap along that release where new monsters get introduced, and at least for Rise, that was a very, very interesting thing, because people seem to get super hyped about certain types of monsters, right? So there's a huge following around this game, not only in Asia or Japan, but mostly. And you can see people getting super excited about the roadmap and like, oh, what are they gonna add? There was a mystery trailer. What could the silhouette of that monster be? Is it what we think, right? And people get hyped up, and then new monsters get added to the game as the game is in support. And that's
enough evidence of the Elder Dragon in
that's fun. People seem to be enjoying that, right? So, right. So we've completed our assignment. We found some stuff here, which is kind of cool. That's Diablos. He's a big, chunky guy. He has a lot of armor plating. I'm just gonna show him to you from afar because I don't wanna battle him right now. I don't like him. And I definitely have no intention of fighting a high-ranked Diablos right now. But he's definitely the opposite of a little cutie. So, let's collect these footprints here before we go home. Oh, we're just gonna return from our expedition. So.
We have enough data on the Wildspire waste now. Let's go report to ecological research.
Yeah, let's go report to ecological research and then see what's happening here. Good news! We have managed to work out what Elder Dragon has appeared in the Wildspire Waste and where you can find it. Its name is Teostra and is as violent as they come. They call it the Emperor of Flame and the Peerless One. Cool, good stuff. In the old world, it makes its home in deserts and volcanic regions. I didn't expect it to encounter one here. Cool. So, basically we will have to, but we're not gonna do that today. We're not gonna do that today. This is gonna be a pain in the butt. And we're not gonna do it today. Maybe over the course of the weekend or next. So basically what we will have to do is beat each one of these Elder Dragons in the 3 environments. And then we actually get to go to the Iceborne region. So, but honestly, looking at the clock, it is 5 p.m. I think we've been live for a while now, like 2.5 hours after the stream breaking down or something like that. I think that worked pretty well. I'm not sure whether I prefer YouTube to Twitch. I think the way YouTube handles videos after the live stream is much, much cooler, because you can then just add them to your YouTube profile, which is a thing that Twitch is not too persistent about the videos, right? They're supposed to be live streams and then they're gone, right? And I'm not sure how I feel about that. I mean, I can also record the videos and then upload them to YouTube, but I thought I'd play around a little bit with seeing what I prefer. And so far, I think YouTube has done well, except for the stream breaking down thing, but that might have just been my settings. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I hope you enjoyed my thoughts about Monster Hunter World. Again, I haven't been playing that long. Been like 14 something hours in this game, and maybe a couple of more hours on PlayStation 4. But I really think that I want to get this game into Master Rank and play some more before... what is the next Monster Hunter is called? So in 2025. In 2025, we're releasing a new Monster Hunter game, which is called a name that we all know, right? We're not dumb or something. It's got Monster Hunter Wilds. It's gonna be called Monster Hunter Wilds, and we've seen the first trailers, and it looks absolutely gorgeous, and I'm super excited to play it because I hope that it will provide the perfect mix between Monster Hunter Rise and Monster Hunter World gameplay. So the slower, more strategic build-up hunting experience from World with the mobility that Rise was providing, hopefully, and some quicker gameplays. So I want to actually try and continue playing some World until Wilds comes out, because I've played Rise. I think I'm in a good place as far as Monster Hunter Rise is concerned, but Worlds has been different kind of beast, and I think I really want to understand the fascination that people have with Worlds a little bit better and get some grind in here and see what the end game and also the customization and the layered armor game in World looks like. Okay, viewer perspective, I prefer Twitch, unless I don't care about having chat open, but I also understand that YouTube is much easier when it comes to keeping the streams up. Yeah. So I'll see how I'll do that. Honestly, I don't know. I'll keep playing around a bit. I'll also see what that does for discoverability on YouTube. If I have the videos on there, if that actually does anything. If it doesn't, then it wouldn't really matter. But I'll play around it a little bit and see how it works. Thank you very much for joining. Thank you for keeping me company. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay. I hope you enjoyed the conversation. And I hope you have a beautiful weekend and enjoy the absolute scorching weather and do something nice over the weekend. So with that, have fun, have a great weekend. Thank you for joining, and see you all next time, I guess.